Hi guys, as you know, I am on board the Norwegian Pearl for 14 days. If you've been watching the channel, you'll also know I only paid £488 for my cruise fare, and that originally was an inside cabin, which you'll see I've upgraded to an Oceanview cabin. But at £488, it was no surprises I was on the bottom deck, deck 5, which was really handy. One deck up was the theatre. It never kept me awake, no noise problems. So this was me arriving for the first time in the cabin. And as you can see, it's set up as a double bed. I also had a quick look in an inside cabin. It's identical to this, obviously, apart from the window behind the curtains. Bed, very comfortable. This cabin can convert to a 4-berth. That would be way too cramped in my opinion. We have a TV screen. I shall come to that in a moment, because what I'm doing interestingly in this video is I'm showing you around my first impressions, and this was me arriving on the first day into the cabin, totally fresh. But obviously I'm on board for 14 days. So what I thought I'd do was, after a week, is show you around what I'd learnt, what I'd found that I didn't see at first, and also how I basically lived for 2 weeks. So the storage space, there seems plenty, and there's certainly plenty for a single solo traveller. But as you can see, there's 4 life jackets in here, because that means it's a 4-berth cabin. Now I think this would be a little bit of a squeeze, like the safe, because the safe, it's really passport and jewellery and valuables. You're not going to get a laptop in there. You wouldn't even get an iPad in there. So anyway, first impression of the bathroom. Well, the first impression, like the rest of the cabin, absolutely immaculate. It's me saying hello to you. And as with all my hotel videos, we'll have a good look at the shower. Again, very clean. We've got our squeezy bottles on the wall. And yeah, it was a good space shower. No complaints with that at all. And I'll let you know what it was like in a moment. If you watch my hotel reviews, I always do this check. And again, yes, like everything in this cabin, absolutely immaculate. I could not fault the cabin on first impressions and then later impressions. And then, of course, he said, I paid £142 for the upgrade to this window. So what's behind the curtain? Well, yes, with big blue wobbly things, we've also got the subscribe button and the bell. If you click the bell, YouTube will let you know when I publish the next video. To me, that window was well worth the £142 upgrade. But I wanted the best of my view, so I asked my cabin steward to split the room into 2 beds. And that meant I had the complete view out of the window. Another very useful thing was this simple do not disturb sign. No buttons to press, no electronics. If I want my room made up, which I didn't have made up every day, as you're about to see, I put make up my room. If the room had been made up, my cabin steward would convert it to welcome. And if I didn't want to be disturbed, well, you guessed it, I put do not disturb on there. So all in all, I was very pleased. Now we get to the second part. So this is me a week in. The TV had movies and TV and safety announcements, but the map was a lifesaver because it had the time on it. The time changed so many times on the 6 days at sea that it was the only way I could find out what the time was. Now, another thing, you see a can of water there, that was $4.50. I didn't buy the water package because I'm stupid. Buy the water package. I think it's really unfair that they're charging you for water, but when you're thirsty, you're in the cabin, you don't want to go anywhere else to get it. I'm having a can of water and I'm paying $4.50 for it. And then those bottles were $6.50. So yeah, I wish, in hindsight, I wish I'd bought the 48 cans of water for like $20 or something like that. Back to the window. Yeah, as I said, I really enjoyed the window. It was just great to be able to see the ocean. And also during the day when I was chilling out, as you can see, I now use the bed as my storage and dumping table for cameras, tripods, Kindles, bags, and all that sort of thing. Now, you're probably not going to use your second bed for that. And I also used my desk. As you see, I set it up as a nice little workstation, and that was very useful. You can see here my laundry's arrived. I got laundry done. Just some underwear and some t-shirts. Now, laundry is never going to be cheap. I think it was $27 for a shirt, 2 shirts, a couple of t-shirts and some socks and some underwear. The bin and the little chair, which I didn't notice at first. The chair has a secret. And if you lift the cushion off the top of the chair and you invert it, which I'm now going to try and demonstrate one-handed, it then becomes a little drinks table. So you could sit by your window on the bed and have a cocktail in the cabin. I didn't do that, but I did find it a useful table. Now, we're in the storage space, and we can see the storage space with clothes in. Now, as a single person, there was plenty. I had shirts on single coat hangers and my suits, etc., all with plenty of space. But if you were travelling as a couple, you're going to be doubling up on the coat hangers. That is for sure. There's a step ladder if we were using the bunk bed. Now, I'm pretty sure you could put a second bunk bed in there and you'd actually have 4 berths. The life jackets give it away. Air conditioning, the cabin was cool, but I'm an air condition addict. I couldn't get it freezing cold. It wasn't noisy. It just kept the cabin at the right temperature. I put the fast cool on a couple of times, didn't notice any difference. So we shall watch the step and go back into the bathroom. Yep. Shower was really good. Not some super power shower, but I had a shower a couple of times a day on most days. Kind of whatever time I had a shower, there was plenty of hot water. It was a good pace. The shower gel, I don't obviously use the shampoo, but the shower gel, yes, it did revive. It was refreshing. So all round, the shower's good. It's got a little one of those washing lines in for your swimsuit, but I never got to go swimming because our day in the Bahamas was cancelled. But I'll tell you about that in another video. So yeah, all in all, the cabin was absolutely excellent. And at £488 and then £142 extra for the window, it was great. And remember, that £488 wasn't just for the cabin, that was for all the complimentary dining rooms, which you'll see that in the dining video, which there'll be a link to that at the end of this video. So I hope you enjoyed the little tour of my cabin. Please do the like, subscribe and share and all that wonderful good stuff. And I shall see you in the next video. But let me know, could you spend 2 weeks in this cabin?